Hello, everybody. Welcome back to the UPA. Today I have a video that is going to showcase a battle I had last night with one of my opponents for week 4, Eric, or the Clumsy Monkey, however you want to call him, aka the coach of the Miami Heatrans. We battled last night, and it was a pretty good battle. Now, I'm not going to spoil it. We'll get into that later. But for this battle, we had a lot of unreal clutch and a lot of bulk that was going on. So I just had to show off this team before we went in against what I thought was going to be a landslide in my case after a certain Pokemon went down. But a few Pokemon were able to come back, get the battle going, and we won, and we were able to pull things off amazingly. Now, I'm going to showcase the team before I get into the battle. That way it can be fair, since for some reason I'm having trouble recording live battles. So whenever I get that figured out, I might record live battles, and then we'll see what we can do then. So this is just a disclaimer. I always have to have those right before the video starts so we can get going. And yeah, stuff. And pardon the noise, there's like a dog that will not shut up right outside my house right now. So if you hear constant barking or possibly a dude yelling, then that's living in Canton. So, without further ado, I'm going to get into my team and then I'm going to show off the battle. Now, starting off with the team showcase, I had to start with Swampert. Swampert hasn't really proved himself that much this season. I was hoping he would be right next to Chatot up there with the stats, but unfortunately he just couldn't get going in week 1 and he couldn't get going in week 2 because Chatot overshadowed him in week 2. And week 3 he was like a mess. So it was pretty depressing to see what happened in week 3. And I lost week 3 to survive. Good job to him. Sorry I couldn't have that video to show you guys. Funny. I'm noticing a trend with these videos. I get one on video, but I lose one. So that's funny. So for this Swampert, I have 252 in attack, 252 in speed, 4 HP, Adamant Nature, Standard, Power Up Punch, Waterfall, Ice Punch, Earthquake. Now, I could have went for Superpower and Hammer Arm, but honestly, Hammer Arm would have been a waste. And Superpower, it's only good for last resort. And I wanted to keep the Swampert in order to blow up his team. Because his team, it's really weak to Mega Swampert. Whenever I noticed it, like he had Cresselia, he had Whimsicott, he had a lot of things that could shut out Mega Swampert. Because Cresselia can eat anything. And Whimsicott is just priority little stupid piece of crap that takes everything. So I was thinking, so I need to have some support around Mega Swampert because he's going to be the win condition of the game. Now, because of that support, I added Politoed, but this was a Politoed that really didn't get to show up. It had some clutch moments too that I was really impressed by. This is full support Politoed. I was going to run it so Encore, I could trap Cresselia in on moves. Scald was going to get the burn. Haze was going to stop Cresselia and anything from setting up to sweep my team. And Rest was to just constantly keep the rain flowing. But after the end of the battle, I really didn't need him that much anymore, so we were good. This Politoed only has 1 kill this season. He hasn't really shown up that much. But I imagine like maybe a future battle he'll get like a few kills. So hopefully we can get that going. Ignore that videos thing that just popped up. That's just something dumb. Now I also wanted to keep my guy safe from his Whimsicott and all of his other stuff that could run over Swampert. And I realized something. Metagross and Swampert can play into each other really well because Fire Mega Swampert can eat that since it's the 4-time resist, and Metagross can come in and do damage to Whimsicott. Because no one in their right mind would keep Whimsicott in on Metagross, because this Metagross is running Assault Vest. Meteor Mash, Zen Headbutt, Bullet Punch, and Earthquake. 252 on health and 252 on attack. This thing's literal purpose: smash Whimsicott and wall break anything that decides to get in the way. This is for the grass types and all of those things that just ice beams that you can throw at, and Metagross will eat it with that Assault Vest. And he already has the good bulk with the defense. So I'm like, yeah, Metagross, you're coming with me this battle. Zen Headbutt, Earthquake, it covers for his team well because he has a Magnezone too. So Earthquake can actually 4-time hit the Magnezone, and basically he's good for coverage, basically. Now I was thinking, okay, I need to stop something that can really, really, really stop my team. Now I know you're not supposed to hard counter in league battles, but I had to. For this reason, I brought Zebstrika. Zebstrika was for his Rotom with Volt Switch, Hidden Power Ice, Thunder, and Thunderbolt, 252 in Special Attack, 252 in Speed, Timid Nature. This hard counters Rotom. The idea is you predict him going for a Thunderbolt if you have Politoed out, or anyone else who's weak to electricity. If you haven't noticed, I have Chatot, Salamence, and Politoed. They're all weak to electricity. So I bring in the Zebstrika. He goes for the Thunderbolt, and then he goes for a Hydro Pump. It hits. Zebstrika actually, it can live full invested Modest Nature Hydro Pump from Rotom. So this thing hard counters Rotom. Absorb Bulb, a special attack increase. Thunderbolt, special attack increase. You're looking at a +2 Zebstrika that can Thunder and Thunderbolt under Rain. And since Rain's up, Thunder never misses. Now if Rain wasn't up, I would have Thunderbolt there. And I have Hidden Power Ice and Volt Switch for like good coverage. Volt Switch if I needed to switch out just in case the battle got to a point where if things went south. And yes, I have the MVP that I'm predicting that this is going to be MVP. Chatot. Chatot, as usual, is going to run the standard Nasty Plot, Boom Burst, Chatter, and Heat Wave set. And depending on how it goes, if it gets a kill or if it doesn't get a kill, it's going to be a big support to the team. That confusion at the start of the battle can actually draw in a lot of tension and actually make your opponent think for a while. It's like, do I want to sacrifice this Pokemon out or do I want to switch it? But then I also risk him setting up if he brings in a setup Pokemon to sweep. So even if Chatot doesn't get a kill, it's still really crucial to the team. So yeah, and you all know what Chatot can do, so I don't have to go over it. Now, here's a Pokemon I regret not bringing to all my previous battles, and that is Salamence. Salamence actually came up big, even though he didn't do so well. Like, I feel like in the battle you're about to see, I feel like he could have done better. But if it weren't for him, one Pokemon on Eric's team would have literally walled me out. And you're about to know what Pokemon that is, if you know the set I'm running. So this set, full attack investment, full speed investment, Adamant Nature, Dragon Dance, Dragon Claw, Fire Fang, and Crunch. The idea is you bring Salamence in on something like, let's say, a Chatot lead. You bring it in and you Dragon Dance, and if they hit themselves, well, you either have a choice. You can Dragon Dance again, or you can go ahead and attack. That's why the Chatot is really pivotal in my team, and I can get good switch-ins on it, so that's really good. So this Salamence, it's all-out attacker. It's going to 6-0 if it has enough health, and I get that Dragon Dance and Moxie combo going. So the idea with my team was, and this is the full overview, bring a lot of offense and keep the pressure up. Hopefully, if I did it correct and played my cards right, I would get a decent 4-0 or 3-0 victory against a very, very tough opponent in the league who has gone 6-0 in the first 2 seasons after keeping watch. Because I actually watched the league battles before I joined because I was a fanboy of it. So without further ado, we're going to hop over here into the battle, and we are going to play the replay. I have it really, really slow so I can commentate on it in the process. So without further ado, let's kick this off. Now, I lead with Chatot, and he's going to lead with his Chatot sucks. Yes. It has gotten so bad to the point to where we have to have counter leads for Chatot. So Chatot is going to chatter into confusion. That way I can get some support off. It's like, okay, this is obviously a counter, so I'm not going to get any kills from this. So I figured, okay, Chatot, get some confusion up. That way we can have a thing going for Salamence, because Salamence really likes this. So after this, I'm going to bring in Salamence because he can Dragon Dance up and go for Dragon Claw. Now, he's going to want to think. It's like, okay, do I want to keep my Armaldo in or do I want to switch him out? So he's going to switch Armaldo out, but that was a big mistake on this part. Oh, I'm sorry, that's funny. I'm still laughing at it. So that's a big mistake on Cresselia's part, or on Eric's part, because I have Crunch on Salamence, and that takes a whopping 60% of Cresselia's health. Now, for all of you who don't know, Cresselia is one of the most bulkiest things in this meta and can take a hit. But Salamence, living an Ice Beam from a Legendary after a 4x weakness. So after that, I'm like, holy crap, this Cresselia is dead. Because I'm going to go for Crunch again, and now I get my Moxie boost. Now, if Salamence had a bit more health, this game would have been a wrap. I had Fire Fang, I had Dragon Claw, I was going to outspeed everything else. But luckily, Eric came smart for it, and he is going to go into something with a lot of speed or priority. In this case, is Whimsicott. Now, I could have went for... Honestly, the safe play would have been to go for Moonblast if I had higher health. But unfortunately, he went for that, and I had not enough health. Now, I was thinking, okay, I need to get something going, so I'm going to bring in Metagross on here because the battle is pretty even right now. He has 2 Pokemon down, or 1 Pokemon down, and I need to get something going. So Metagross is going to scare out Whimsicott, and I'm pretty sure I predicted his switch right here. Yep, I predict the switch. Well, in this case, it's going to be bad for him anyway, because it's a Tornadus Therian. His Tornadus Therian is going to take a massive hit from Meteor Mash. Unfortunately, I don't get any attack up. Metagross taking the knockoff from what appears to be mixed Tornadus Therian. Now I'm going to go for Meteor Mash again, hoping for an attack boost, but I still don't get the attack boost. Metagross gets a kill and trades off, so not bad. Now, I'm waiting for his next Pokemon to come in, which is, and luckily, Eric was censorship, so that's good. Now, he tries to Hidden Power Fire, and Metagross lives the super effective hit from Magnezone without the Assault Vest, and no investment into defense, or my bad, special defense whatsoever. So that's just the power of Metagross right here. He's showing up and it's like, I need to show the power of why Corman drafted me. So here I am. Now, unfortunately, he did bring his Absol in. It was going to get a Night Slash or anything off because there. Oh wait, no, I switched. I thought I didn't switch here. I thought I let Metagross die. So I send in Politoed, who takes, I'm pretty sure, a Thunderbolt. He's going to go into Mega Absol and use a Thunderbolt. And I'm going to be like, okay, I need to take this, need to get Rain Up. He goes for Knock Off. And that's really bulky. It took a knockoff from fully attack invested Absol, I believe. And then he takes a Thunderbolt for 35%. Holy crap. It's like Politoed has proven himself today. So, after that, I'm going to switch out Politoed because I need the rain for as long as possible. That's the thing. I do not have high encoding, you liar. So I go into Zebstrika, and I was predicting him to go for another Thunderbolt. That way I could get some sweepage going, but kudos to Eric for calling me out on that. And he goes for knockoff and predicts my switch. So not a bad prediction by Eric. And I have 3 Pokemon left, and he has, I believe, 2. I can't see with this thing in the way. Now, I'm like, okay, here is where I know I've won the battle. I send in Mega Swampert, and I get ready for the sweep. Now, here's something that was pretty clutch too. He goes for, sorry if the video skips out, I'm still trying to figure out some things. He goes for Sucker Punch, and I still manage to live. So I go for Power Punch to get that attack going, because I feel like Mega Swampert, if it got any sort of attack boosting, it would be banned. Like, if it got Swords Dance or any of those power boosting moves, it would go straight to Ubers. So he's going to sacrifice off his Armaldo, and I'm going to killed Armaldo, Mega Swampert getting another kill, adding on to his stats. So not bad for that. Now with that, his Armaldo goes down, and his last Pokemon he needs to win this battle is Whimsicott. Unfortunately, he probably not, I think Natural Power has priority or something like that, because Mega Swampert's base speed goes to 140, and I was full invested in speed, so that's weird. So, Swampert going to clutch it out and get rid of Whimsicott. Now, this battle, I think it proved that I didn't need to rely on hacks to win battles. I actually was pretty strategic in this one. So, kudos, good job to Eric for putting up a really good battle. You guys should go subscribe to him. I'm going to leave his channel in the description below, so hopefully you enjoy that. And hopefully you guys enjoyed this video, even though it really wasn't eventful, but you just got to see the bulk of Metagross and Mega Swampert and Politoed. Those three guys right there who won the battle. Didn't even need Chatot to assist them. And you saw Salamence take 60% health away from Cresselia. Honestly, the most bulkiest thing in the metagame. So, thank you guys for enjoying this, for powering through 16 minutes of me just rambling on about this battle and how I'm making a comeback. My next opponent is against the Northwest Nidokings, or Drew Little Bigness. That will be an exciting one, so you guys have something to look forward to. Hopefully by then I'll have live coverage. Thanks for watching. Hope you guys have a nice day. Peace.